What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video.
Start over, I was scratching my nose.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Me and Abe this past Saturday went to a car meet, Cars and Coffee, near our house in Corona. And then I went to another one in San Diego the next day. We both decided just to go there because for me, I'm trying to get back into the car community. I kind of like distance myself a little bit. Got caught up with a bunch of things, so my interest is going back into cars and exotics and everything. So I mean, Abe tagged along. He's into cars too. Yeah,
for me it was more of like getting to meet the people that own these cars, see how they got there, and
immerse ourselves into the environment, because I mean essentially you gotta be
surround yourself with the people you want to be.
Exactly. So for me, like, I want an exotic car, I want a Ferrari, he wants a Bentley, so we have to be around those people that got there, because it'll force you to get it. Because if you're gonna hang around people who, you know, don't have the same, like, similar end goal or a certain level, and you're hanging out with people like level 3, you want to be at level 1, you're not gonna never get to level 1 with level 3 people.
Not just that, but if you are exuding a certain energy level, you want to hang out with people that are exuding that same energy
It'll
level.
push you and force you to do more, just like how like NBA players push each other's left and right. Like the bar keeps getting higher and higher.
Right. There was a book actually we're both reading. I suggest you jump on it. It's basically Self-Development 101.
Think and Grow Rich
by Napoleon Hill. It's a great book. We're like 2 or 3 chapters into it.
Yeah. And
right off the get-go, he talks about, excuse me, talks about great men that have done great things, and this like secret formula as to how they got there. And within the first 2 chapters, he highlights the 6 basic steps on what you need in order to succeed in whatever goal you want.
So the first step he mentions is, he says, define the exact amount of money you want to make. But in this sense, you don't always have to, this book can be applied to other aspects too, not just money. So replace money with the exact goal. So for instance, you want to move up in your company, right? You have to define exactly where you want to go, in what position. What do you want to do? Do you want to lose weight? I mean, lose fat? Not weight, fat. How much do you want to lose of it? How do you want, like, define it and set yourself a bar where you have to achieve.
The reason for that is it gives you something to track your progress. It's not just blindly walking around and be like, okay, I'm doing good this week.
It's not this wide, it's this very narrow and tunnel vision.
Thinking about like laser beam focus, shooting with that instead of shooting and just like praying and spraying.
Second step?
Second step, we kind of have different opinions on it. Mm-hmm. Basically, he talks about what are you willing to give
in return
for what you plan on getting. So the way I interpret it is what are you willing to give up to get the success that you want? For example, are you willing to give up sleep, hanging out, food, whatever it is? Are you willing to give that up in order to achieve what you want?
For me, I was seeing it as like, what are you going to give in return, and like giving back to people. For instance, like if you want to be a millionaire, what are you going to do to help? What are you going to give in return for people that need help? So for me, I would be like, give my time, give my resources and money to help people and inspire and motivate them to get to where they need to go.
The third step is set a definite date on when you want to have this done. So it's not even like broad enough to, I want to have this done by 2017 or by February 2017. Like, have a specific day and write it on your calendar, and so you see it every single day. I have this deadline, I have 100 days, I have whatever amount of months before I can do this.
Exactly. So the fourth thing is, what is all this stuff without a plan? You have to have a definite plan exactly how you're going to get there. What are you going to do? What tasks do you have to do, little things to get to the end goal? For instance, if you want to move up into your company, right? You're in a sales position. Okay, what do you have to do to get out of that sales position and be a manager, right? You have to be performing high every single month, blah, 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 all that stuff. So you have to find the tasks and the things that you have to do in order to get past the level you're at and move on to the next thing.
And guys, this isn't something that you come up with in 5 minutes. You got to sit down, you got to really analyze what it is you want, why you want it, and especially for this step, look into your weaknesses or what's preventing you from getting there right now, what you need to work on, so on and so forth. That's step number 4. So step number 5 and we've said this before, it's very critical. You listen to anybody that does self-development, they always tell you, write things down. So take everything that you just thought of, your plan, your time limit, everything, and write it down. Not only write it down somewhere in a notebook and then forget about it, write it on a whiteboard or anywhere that you go, write it on the fridge. You see it every single day. So you're always reminded. It's almost like that thing leaning over your shoulder, like, I have to do this, I have to do this, I only have X amount of time. And that leads into number 6.
Number 6 is reading out aloud that paragraph or that page or paper, whatever it is that you want to achieve every single day. Every single day when you wake up, when you go to sleep, read it. Now I'm combining this lesson from another video that I talked about 2 videos ago, the most interesting secret in the world or something like that, where he talks about reading your goals right before you sleep and right after you wake up. So apply that into this section where you read that whole paragraph or page right before you sleep and right before you wake up.
So basically, become very obsessed with whatever you want to do. We talked about it, like Mo said, in like 2 or 3 videos ago. Whenever I was ever able to achieve something that I wanted, I literally had to be obsessed with it.
Exactly. Like that exam I told you guys about the other video where I got so obsessed I wanted to get it. I made that #1 priority where everything else that was #1 priority before, I shifted it down and made that #1 priority, and I just thought about it. I just kept waking up in the middle of the night. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this exam, I'm gonna take it. I even got to a point where I got distracted and got in a car accident.
He would dream about passing the exam.
Exactly.
Literally.
So that's how obsessed I was about it, and I got it. And I finally I was so relieved.
And that's it, guys.
That's it. So make sure you think and think about what you want obsessively and do those steps.
Write it
and
down.
You'll be fine. All right,
Write
guys.
things down.
All right, guys. We'll see you in the next one.